Here it is. It's kind of hard to see because the label is orange, but a ton of you got this free this month. It was offered through doTERRA. It still is, by the way, through the end of this month. So if you did not get a chance to get it, you still have time. It is been giving away free by doTERRA in the month of December for placing a 200 PV order. And this does not mean you have to have a loyalty rewards. It just means you need to place a 200 PV order, and they send you this beautiful, beautiful oil for absolutely free. So this is a very exciting month in doTERRA because free frankincense is like cray-cray because it's kind of not cheap, and I just love it so. So I'm really excited to get started. All right, I see a couple of you are on here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go for it. And those of you that are watching the replay, welcome to the replay. Okay, frankincense. Probably a word that you are familiar with, at least an oil that you've probably have heard of throughout your days or your life or whatever. It's kind of one of the more popular ones. And our frankincense is sourced from Somalia, and it is sourced from the Boswellia tree. And the oil actually comes from the resin of the bark of the tree. And it is an extremely fascinating tree. It actually thrives in little soil in dry, desolate conditions. So it's kind of the opposite of what you would think of a tree would thrive. Usually you think of, water and sun and, lots of those nourishments. But this particular tree thrives in rocky, dry, desolate soil and land. And so it kind of gives you a glimpse into what this oil is all about. Oh, hello guys. And Faith, stop it. You're gorgeous. Thank you. Okay. So this oil is tenacious. It thrives. It's extremely diverse. And it is fiercely protective, and it's an amazing, amazing oil. Okay, so we harvest the frankincense from the resin. It's a very delicate process. So literally it takes over 5 months to complete the process of getting this oil. And the harvesters that harvest this oil, they leave their family and their communities behind, and they travel for months and months at a time. They live in caves along the way, and they find these boswellia trees in very remote locations, and this is how they are how we're sourcing our oil. This is a co-impact sourcing oil. Yay! Which means that we have partnered with these amazing harvesters in Somalia, and we are paying them extremely fair wages, and we are really, really making a huge impact over there in Somalia. And I just want to kind of highlight this idea to you. Somalia is a country where most of us would not travel. It's extremely political. There's a lot of political tension, between the tribes, and it's a very dangerous, violent, and scary place. But for the first time in I don't even know how many years, probably hundreds of years, all of the tribe's leaders were under one roof. And do you know what got them all under one roof? doTERRA. Okay? That's huge. So doTERRA is really creating an amazing opportunity in this country that needs it so, so desperately. So I am so incredibly excited that this is a co-impact sourcing oil. All right, enough about that. Okay, I talk a lot about compliance, and I don't know if I've ever explained exactly what that means, but I just kind of want to touch on it today because I do want to be very compliant with the way that I'm speaking about this oil, because I'm hoping that this is a video that can be shared, and when I'm speaking into the masses, like on Facebook, there is boundaries to how I can talk about the oils, because they are not medicine. They are natural, oils from plants. And so there is specific words that I cannot use to describe the oils. So you're going to hear me say things like supportive to brain function, and I can't get super specific into like the condition that I'm referring to. So I just kind of want to point that out to you. doTERRA works very closely with the FDA, and it is extremely important to me that I represent doTERRA compliantly and that I am following all the rules. So I just want to kind of throw that out there so you guys know. Yes, I'm rocking my Free Pray shirt. By the way, check out my shirt. Free Pray. Pray without restraint. This is just a fun little thing that me and my mom's group have created. And we got these shirts yesterday. And they're so cute, aren't they? Anyways, okay. All right, frankincense. Now I'm going to get into what the heck frankincense is good for, okay? Frankincense is basically supportive to almost everything. It's all encompassing, and it's an all-purpose oil. So you might have heard the phrase, when in doubt, use frankincense. So if you literally have no idea which oil to use, but you've got something that needs attention, you can always use your frank, and you'll get some sort of result from it. It's highly versatile, and it has more health benefits than I think any of the other oils. It's absolutely incredible with its versatility, with all the different things that it can be supportive to. It's an enhancer as well, which is such a unique property about this oil, which means that when you pair it or blend it with another oil, it actually enhances that oil's benefits. So this is extremely common in a lot of different blends. I use it in almost all of my blends because of its ability to enhance those other oils. And it's a super, super exciting just thing that frankincense does. Not all oils are enhancers, so this is kind of a rare thing. All right, I'm just going to jump right in. The number one thing that I want to, well, the first thing, not the number one thing, is frankincense is supportive to your brain health. Anything brain, like think of all the different things in the world that can harm the brain, or aging of the brain, injury of the brain, anything brain related, memory, focus, just anything to do with brain health. Frankincense is your oil, okay? So supportive to brain function and just moving, blood around in the right ways, and just opening things up and letting things flow where they should be. A lot of times when we have obstruction or issues going on upstairs in the brain and the head, we're suffering from, I'm trying to be compliant here, a lot of discomfort, fogginess, and even more serious things, that some people are suffering with. This could be very supportive to that. And what I would do is literally just put some of that right on the back of the, back here where basically your skull and your neck meet. This is a really great place to put frankincense because you're literally just putting it right there on that spinal cord, and it's basically just, very, very quickly going right into, that area where the support is needed. Okay, moving on. Respiratory support, very, very, very helpful in respiratory things, especially chronic respiratory conditions. And also this is one of the oils in my famous cough blend. It's becoming famous now because it's getting passed around through so many different people because it stinking works, okay? And that frankincense is one of the 3 oils in my very, very effective cough blend. you can actually do, I don't know if I think some of you have probably seen me do a dough bong with Breathe, but if you are someone who has chronic issues and tightness in your chest, this is a great way to support that part of you. So you're just gonna take and you're gonna go like this. So you're basically not even getting a full drop on the palm of your hand. And you're gonna make a little funnel with your other hand, and you're gonna take that right to the head. Whew. And that's called a dough bong. And it's a very effective way of getting the oils into your respiratory system and supporting you, opening things up. You know, if you are sick and you're just full of phlegm and congestion, frankincense aromatically, just like I did, and in a diffuser, and even applied topically to your chest, is going to help break down all that phlegm and that mucus and get things going, flowing back again in your body, okay? Okay, next. Very supportive to damaged cells. So think of all of the different conditions or issues that arise when your cells are damaged and your immune system is compromised. And so when your immune system is compromised, your free radicals start attacking your cells, and you are getting, you know, extremely, you're having a lot of issues with that. So this is a very, I'm sorry, it's hard to be compliant sometimes. This is supportive to getting those cells back to functioning properly. So I'm not going to go into too much detail about this, but there are a lot of studies that are being done and that have been done that show frankincense is effective in this area of restoring cells. I'm hoping that within the next few years we'll get some really, you know, concrete study results that come out. I know at convention we learned a little bit about the studies that are being done, and it's very exciting stuff. But frankincense under the tongue every single day, a great way to just keep your cells healthy and to just keep, you know, I like to have frankincense kind of in me or on me at all times. And if you're taking your Lifelong Vitality, you're getting frankincense that way. But it's also just great to have this in your system because of its restorative properties to your cells, okay? Okay. The next thing is it's supportive to low mood and anxious feelings of anxiousness. So another incredibly powerful tool in just dealing with those emotional, you know, issues that we go through sometimes, you know, mental health, super hard medication. A lot of it has, you know, side effects that are extremely uncomfortable and hard. And so this is just a very safe and natural way to help just manage, you know, those moods, swings, and just anything to do with that. And again, I would take this just internally, under the tongue, on the tongue, in a capsule, whatever it may be. If you're in a low season throughout, you know, many days, a lot of people after they have babies or just, you know, whatever life throws at you, sometimes we get in these really low places. So taking this every day is just going to help you pull yourself out of it. And I just love it for that. Honestly, I really do love it. Sometimes just smelling it out of the bottle helps pull me kind of out of any kind of funk I may be in. This is an immune boosting oil, very supportive to the immune system. It prevents germs on your skin, in your mouth, or also in the air. So if you want to help prevent, you know, just any type of cavities or mouth, you know, germs, this is a great one to kind of swish around in there as a mouthwash. And any type of skin, like abrasion or you know, cut or anything like that, using this on the wound is just going to help kill germs, and also diffusing this around your home is going to help just, first of all, kill all those icky germs and pathogens in the air, but also support and boost your immune system at the same time. So this is great, a great property. It is also anti-inflammatory. So if you have a lot of inflammation in your body, and inflammation causes discomfort, you know, all over the place. It also, inflammation causes disease and sickness. And so if you are someone that has a lot of inflammation going on, maybe you have, maybe you have an injury or just some type of chronic thing going on, this is very supportive to reducing inflammation in the body. Again, taking this under the tongue, taking a drop a day, super supportive to that. It improves circulation in your body. So because of that property, it's very supportive to muscle and joint discomfort. This is an oil that I use on my dad, on his knees and on his shoulder, and just anywhere where he's having a lot of discomfort. This is an oil that I'm putting there. Okay, moving on. I'm telling you, there's so much this oil can do. It's crazy. It's a skin rejuvenator. So I don't know how many of you are spending like hundreds of dollars on skin cream and, you know, anti-wrinkle serums and all those fabulous things, which are great. But you also can use frankincense. So it's a great tool to keep you looking healthy, to keep those wrinkles and those pesky little fine lines from coming up onto your face. It is very effective on blemishes and scarring as well. So if you have a scar that you want to kind of get rid of, throw some frankincense on it. Okay. Oh, I'm seeing comments. Sorry, I'm just over here rambling off and I'm not seeing. Okay, so yeah, I'm seeing a couple of testimonials down there in the comments. So make sure you're looking at those comments, you guys. This is so good. Okay, so skin rejuvenator, awesome. Love it so much. And I am happy to have this in my arsenal, attacking all of those aging issues that we're all facing, okay? All right, how I use frankincense typically is in the Lifelong Vitality. It's already in the capsule that we take on a daily basis. I also, like I said before, I take this under the tongue as needed for mood support. I also will take this as needed for major head tension. So sometimes we have little head tensions, and peppermint, you know, can really do the trick, but sometimes we are facing something that is massive and it is starting to really hurt. And in order to kind of nip that right in the bud, a drop of frankincense on your tongue, and then press your tongue up to the roof of your mouth and let it sit there for 30 seconds. And what you're doing is you're allowing the frankincense to just be directly shot right into your brain. And it, like I said, it's anti-inflammatory. It moves, it circulates things around. And so wherever that congestion is in your brain and your head that's causing you such discomfort, it's really going to help release and relax. So it's a great tool for someone who suffers with chronic, extremely powerful head tension. There you go. I'm being very compliant today. Okay, I use it in most all of my blends. It's in my immunity blend, in my sick blend, in my cough blend, in my calm blend, lots of different blends. And like I said, I use this a lot in blends because of its ability to enhance the other oils. And I also like to do my dough bong, like I just did. That is a great way as well. And I love to diffuse it around the house. It does smell like a tree. It smells like a tree. It's not like the most lovely of scents, but I gotta tell you, when I first smelled this, I was kind of like, whoa, that smells like wilderness and a tree, and I'm not sure I could ever put that in my mouth. It's like, think of eating bark, and that's kind of what you think of when you're thinking of using frankincense internally. But I gotta tell you, the more you use it, the more it's almost like your body craves it. And now I absolutely love the taste, and yeah, my body just craves it now. So, okay. The last thing I really wanted to give you was a tool or a blend that I'm calling, well, I'm actually stole it from somebody else, but her son, this is Season Johnson. I know I post a lot about her on here, but her son, Kicker, has cancer, and he has been, doing chemotherapy for, I think, the last couple of years. And she has really basically used essential oils along with diet and food and other, areas. Has been able to really support him through the chemotherapy and through the cancer that he has been going through. And one of her main blends that she uses on him to just support his body during all of this, she's really into getting detoxing and just getting all that stuff out, very, very important. But her blend is called the Superpower Cell Blend. And this is actually a blend that I have been wanting to throw together so that I can just include it into our daily regime over here in the Covey house. So I have not done that yet, but it's definitely on my to-do list of things. So the Superpower Cell Blend is in a 10 milliliter roller bottle. It has frankincense, lemongrass, myrrh, and sandalwood. And depending on whether you're going to put it on yourself or your kids, you can do 5 drops of each oil for children and then fill up the rest with fractionated coconut oil. And if you're using it on an adult, you can do 10 drops of each oil, and you're just going to apply that to the bottom of the feet every single day, or you can also apply it to the area of concern. So it's called the Superpower Cell Blend, and I think it's just a really great tool, supportive tool to the body. And if there are any questions, now would be the time to throw them at me. I just love this little frankincense here. Okay, so yeah, so Charlie, exactly, it stops it in its tracks. So Charlie was sharing that the under the tongue for her, if she feels a head tension coming on, it stops it right there in its tracks. Yes, very, very supportive. I actually used frankincense on Ryan when she was dealing with a lot of head issues and headaches, and it was pretty much the only thing that gave her any type of relief. So very powerful for that. And then, yes, Jennifer is saying that it works great for, I can't say that word, but just putting it right on the, some of us get that chronic discomfort in this area, and just different joints and areas of our body. And for my dad, it's his knees. So putting frankincense, maybe some deep blue, throw some marjoram in there, lemongrass, and you've got a very, very powerful blend to support that type of discomfort. And you just put it right there on the spot with some fractionated coconut oil, and you should feel, I would say almost instant relief from that. So, all right, guys, that is my frankincense video. And I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, you can still post in the comments and I'll check those out. I appreciate you checking out my live video. And I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.